Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Right, so we've arrived in Joburg and we are going to be doing the tubeless system on the Africa Twin. It's a subscriber DIY. Let me introduce him to you, Peter. Introduce yourself.
Yes.
I'll be assisting him working through the whole job.
Thank you, Frank. Thanks for joining me today. I've got a well-used African Twin. We do a lot of off-road. The problem today is you cannot afford to stand next to the road fixing a tire anymore, unfortunately, because of crime and the country. So we want to convert so we can quickly recover, and then you can just use gas cylinders to keep on riding when you need to. Thanks, Frank. Let's start.
Okay, let's carry on. Sections of the video will be in time-lapse, and where we are doing the job we'll obviously slow down and then we'll talk you through it. And let's start.
Awesome. Guys, we've removed the front tire. What we're going to use is a bead breaker to get the tire loose. Bead breaker is very simple. You put it in deep, and then you use this on top of it to get the tire over. Hi guys, we've removed the rim and we didn't use the bead breaker. This was a super heavy tire that we had on that we had to use a lot of force and a lot of leverage on long tire levers. But it's off. The next step we're going to do is we have to clean. So first thing is we're going to investigate and see if there's any loose spokes. The next thing is we'll use the drill to clean, because you have to thoroughly clean the beads and everything to make sure the glues and everything you're going to use to seal stick. So it's very important to clean well. The two products we're going to use for this is to seal the spokes. We're going to use 3M Marine Adhesive Sealant, Fast Cure 5200. This is permanent, so you cannot reverse this. If you decide to do it, it's permanent. And then the other one, so this will be on every spoke head. We'll use this to seal, and then running across all the spokes. You use a sealant, and this is the 3M4411N extreme sealing. So this will, as you have sealed the spokes individually, this is like a strip that you put around it to clearly see it. Now both of these are permanent, so there's no reversal. But here we go. Thank you. Hi guys, after we have finished cleaning the rim with the steel brush on the drill machine, we then washed it in handy and water. Thoroughly wash it with a brush to make sure all the dust, everything goes out. Very, very clean. As you can see, it's shiny now. The next step, what thing we did is we take a heat gun with the thoroughly dry, to make sure even in the spokes and around the spokes it's thoroughly dry, that there's no water or moist. The next step what we'll do is after this is we need to now take this is the marine sealant, adhesive sealant formatting. And we need to, if you look at the spoke, there's a little hole. We have to fill the little hole with sealant and also make sure around the hole where the spoke goes through to the rim is properly sealed. We have to do it individually one by one. So we're going to stop now and then we're going to show you a few of them, and then we will do the others in the background. Okay. Okay, we've just started with the process. What we also do with the bike, I'm going to convert it to remote tire sensor, so I can actually see the tire pressure while I'm riding. I don't have to worry. What I'm installing is Steelmate Automotive. So TPM product. This is what it looks like. We'll show you how it works now. But basically then you've got a console on your dashboard to show you tire pressure as you ride off-road, and you don't have to worry if something goes wrong. The first thing we did is we installed the valve, and we use marine sealant also to seal the valve. Then on the inside we put a sensor, we put sealant on the sensor. What we have to do now with each one of these is what we've done here. We put sealant around and sealant in the hole like you see there, and make it very smooth. Now these take some time to dry. It's typically 48 hours for sealant, for this type of sealant to dry. So we'll do the tires step by step, and then we will also do the back tire and then give it time to dry before we put on the tape. Okay, here we go. Good morning. It's the next day. The sealant has now been dried. As you can see, there is the new valve. If you look at the sealant, all of them has been sealed off. It's a soft, gentle feeling, so it's like a rubber feeling to seal it off. The next step is now to put on the tape. So what we'll do is we'll take the tape across, but two people have to do this together because somebody has to turn the tire slowly and the other person has to take off the back end of the tape. So for this task you need two people to help you. So we're going to do that quickly now. Okay, we have now covered the tape around and we've pressed it down tightly all around, and we also with this the valve, we put it underneath and we'll put it over so it double seals. The next step is now to pull off the cover. This is the cover that you have to pull off. You pull this off slowly, and after you've pulled off the cover, then you go through this again and you then very tightly squeeze it in around. The other side is sticky side. This is not a sticky side, so you can do it with your hands or with a tool. But this is basically to do the final sealing. Okay, we will do that now. The next step, what we're going to do is putting in the valve. So this is the remote pressure valve, so we can actually see from the dashboard what is the tire pressure. So we'll put the sealant ring over the valve, the pressure sensor over the valve, and then we've got an Allen key that we need to just tie it down to pull it tight. Okay, and that's it. The volgende stap is om the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to install the valve, the remote sensor valve, to be able to see the tire pressure from the dashboard. Put the sealing ring at the bottom, and you put the sensor over and use an Allen key just to pull it down. Dis moes nie gebeur het nie.
Kan hom weer oor doen.
Okay.